Hey YouTube, coming at you with my Sunshine Cup team that got me to my highest elo of the season, 26-34. So we're starting to push now with a bunch of good teams in a row here. Piloswine, Furret, Quagsire, again, pretty straightforward. Some not super balanced because you actually have a double grass weakness here. Like Quagsire only has a grass weakness, but Piloswine is also weak to grass. But Piloswine is ice and can kind of deal with that, and Furret Stay Swap is there. Again, your double fighter weakness, but there's not a lot of those. But I found that Piloswine is actually kind of an interesting pick. I've used Obamasnow already, and I know it core breaks a lot. There's a ton of Flygons out there. There's Glygars and Glizzcores. So a lot of things weak to ice. I mostly just put in Piloswine first and covered that weakness. You are weak to fire, Magcar Go, something that's going to cause you an insane amount of problems. So I covered that with Quagsire and a Stay Swap. I'm finding balanced teams with these normal types very easy in this meta, given that there's a lack of fighters. So good lead here. I'm going to play this out very similar to how I played out the Beware team in the morning. And that is Piloswine and Beware both kind of spam at a rate of 10. Again, superpower is way better than Icicle Spear, but still Icicle Spear and Powder Snow combo here does put up good amount of chip. So as you saw there, they safe swapped into Furret. I got the Icicle Spear off knowing I would get some good chip out of it. Going for the Swift right away, we CMP, which is okay. My Sucker Punches are adding up, so I know I'll lose CMP the next time too, but I just want to burn a shield, want to do a few more Sucker Punch pressure here. Get it to within, for sure, Icicle Spear range. So force them to throw here. That's fine. I knew I was going to lose CMP. That's no problem. So get into Piloswine. I'm going to lose CMP on this one too, so I'm probably just going to overfarm here. Going for the extra fast move. Knowing I'm going to lose CMP. Going to commit the shield. It is just a Weather Ball. And out comes a Golurk. So going to throw the Icicle Spear. This is super effective. They do commit the shield, but maybe not knowing how much energy I have. Already at the next move. This will take it out, and then Obamasnow is going to have to throw, or else I'm going to get to a move here, so they're going to have to dump their energy, and then it is a race between Aqua Tail and Energy Ball, but as you're going to see here, it is not, because I actually Mud Shot resisted down. So Mud Shot down for the win. Flygon. Flygons are everywhere. Dragon, ground, double weak to ice. Here comes the Serperior. So I will chip or grab a shield here, and then I'll go into Furret, same sort of thing. So goodbye, grabbed one shield into this matchup here. I wouldn't be surprised if I shield back immediately. Yeah, that's not surprising. When you already grab one shield and you know this thing is going to hit crazy hard with Frenzy Plant, I think it's worth the shield, because if they land the first Frenzy Plant, they're either going to flip switch on the second one, or you're going to have to shield the second move. And if you shield the second move, it's easier for a bait, because as you can see there, I'm in Aerial Ace range. So that is the reason that I shielded the Frenzy. Swift, I am switch locked here, trying to get out, eventually get out here. They're going to have to just throw quick here. Okay. Or don't throw to get chip off. And they top left. Yeah, they definitely should have chipped there. Obamasnow, I can probably live one Weather Ball. I doubt I shield the first one. Yeah, so I'm not going to shield. Weather Ball lands. That's fine. I live. Throwing just here. They're going to have to... They do shield. I'll shield back knowing I want to try and get one off here. Let's see if they try and catch, or if they're just going to let me get the move off. They do let me get the move off. Here comes the Icicle Spear. It takes it to the deep red, and they give up switch into a Whiscash, so I'm staying in here to chip again. And then I guess I'll go Furret after this. Furret just feels so safe. It's so strong with the Sucker Punches, quick to the Swifts, can take charge moves. I just think it's a very, very strong Pokemon in general, and I think it's a strong Pokemon here too. With that said, why did I shield? I think it's because I had just played this morning a Whiscash that had Blizzard, and they were so farmed up. I thought, it's either they're going to launch a Blizzard, or I'm going to... they're going to launch a Blizzard, or even if they they're going to throw like a Scald or something, and that's still a decent move. So I think that was the rationale, but we'll see if that actually works out. in the end here. So Hydro does take me out. I did grab one move back there. I can live a Hydro here for sure. I should have got, again, one more fast move, but the one, I guess the one-turn deny is just a thing. I know it's extremely inconsistent, but it's definitely around a lot. I'd say like 95% of the games has the one-turn deny. So get the Aqua Tail off, enough to take out, and enough to snipe here. I banked an Aqua Tail, which I can now use to take out the Obamasnow. So there we go. Whiscash, sorry, not Whiscash. Swampert. I'm going to instant swap. So I could, here's the thing. So you're weak to water because you're ground. You're probably going to lose CMP against a Swampert. And if I just stayed in and like tried to catch, then 2 Hydros take out Furret, and then you put yourself in sort of a weird situation there. So I thought it's just better to take the switch anyways right away. They did throw 1 Hydro, not worth shielding, knowing that I could probably lose switch. Out comes Credilli. It is Bullet Seed, so it's faster on the charge. I could have taken it out, but I figured getting to a move may be more useful. And they actually did go Grass. I mean, Rock Tomb is resisted and Grass Knot is super. Oh, actually, Rock Tomb is neutral because I'm half ice. But Grass Knot is super effective. So they did actually go for the ice move, grass move, which means my attack is not lowered, which means these Icicle Spears are going to put some pressure on Swampert. So I grab 1 shield, instant swap here. Met with an Obamasnow. Going straight Stone Edge. I have the energy. Grab this shield or take it out. And it lands, which is huge. So I'm probably going to let this go because I have so much energy on Piloswine that if they're dumping energy here to take me out, they get 1 more mud shot, which is unfortunate. But if they're dumping there and we both have a shield, I probably am outpacing to 2 moves here. So here's one of theirs. Here comes one of mine. Shields up both ways. And then I'll go 1 more Powder Stone's Icicle Spear here to take this out. Not even 1 more. I have 2 moves. So back to back for the win. So yeah, I went on a nice little win streak with this team as well. Make her go. There's your biggest weakness. Furret is your safe swap. Can't go into your water right away. So they are staying in. I will lower its defense and do a little bit of chip. Brick Break is not a good move despite being super effective here. Could be Rock Tomb, could be Overheat. At this point, I don't think it matters to me. Let it go. It is just Rock Tomb. Now they'll get out into something that they could take switch with here. And it is a Serperior. So glad I'm saying it here, but I'm in the red and I remember exactly what happens here. When you're double weak to Grass, that's not a good combo. When you're double weak to a Serperior that has Frenzy, that's not a good combo. And when you're double weak to Serperior that is going to get like 9 fast moves through, this thing is loaded with multiple Frenzy plants. So I'm going to have to shield this. I'm going to have to shield both, essentially. I'm going to have to back-to-back shield these Frenzies that hit super effective and just hope going down 2 shields I can kind of maneuver my way around. But it is a huge uphill battle when you do that. And I lost the lead, right? So I now have to get back into this. It's a Furret. I have Piloswine left. That is weak to fire, and I'm down 2 shields. So this is as close to a top left as you're going to get. Do you need to cover the double grass weakness? It's a weird one where, you know, your ice Piloswine is super effective against grass. At the same time, like Credilli is often running acid, which both of these ground resist acid. Depends what you're seeing. If you're seeing a lot of grass in your range, you may want to replace one of these. You still need an answer for Magcargo if you are going to run Piloswine, like Magcargo and Talonflame and other fires. So I answer that with this, but maybe like maybe a Quagsire instead of Quagsire. Maybe with Quagsire, you pick up an ice and ground weakness, which you don't have on this team yet, but you get rid of the double grass weakness, and you'll be able to hit super effective against grass there too. So it's an option if you're seeing a lot of grass in your range. Just go Quagsire instead of Quagsire. Okay. I'm in against Gligar here. Opting to shield a potential dig. And it is a dig, so that's a good shield. I have a bunch of energy. Looks like I'm going to flip switch here. So get that out. Swampert in the back here. So going to get this Swift off. Let's see if they let it go. Nope, shield to match shields here. Am I going to try and catch or just let this go? I'm going to try and catch right before they throw the Hydro because I'm almost out of Swift on Furret, and I think that's very valuable. So you take the Hydro here. They're going to have to throw or else I'm going to get to a move. Okay, so they CMP, which means they got like 4 bit back. So still a little low on energy there, but not too bad. And I have a Swift, so applying that shield pressure right away here. See if they're willing to burn that second shield, and they do burn it. They're gonna overfarm a ton here. CMP. So my opponent's doing a really good job of like overfarming CMP ties to try and get their win con here. I know they're at back-to-back moves. I have to shield this Hydro. Furret comes and snipes. But it is a Trailblaze. Not enough to take me out. Do get the Icicle Spear off. It's enough to take this out. And if I remember, Powder Snow takes out before the Mud Shots take out here. Yeah, so 2 Powder Snows taken out before the Mud Shots take me down. Close one there. Gastrodon. Gonna have to play this out. Gastrodon's a little tricky. It'll easily live the Icicle Spear. And then it's, you know, it's the whole Earth Power versus Body Slam bait here. They're at the move. Do I have to respect it? Probably. And it's a Water Pulse, so not even. Typhlosion in the back. So say swap into Quagsire, CMP, which is kind of a mistake on my end. So they do Blast Burn. I do let it go. Get the Aqua Tail off. They actually do shield, which is interesting. Because I don't think they can incinerate me down. Actually, they could, but they're going to have to burn a shield here. But they could, and they'll come out with energy here. So what do? You got to come in with one of them. I mean, Furret, obviously. 2, is it worth the shield? There's the 1-turn deny. I think it's worth the shield. Blast Burn from a Shadow Typhlosion is a move you really do not want to take here. Gastrodon comes back in. Can I get to a move before they get to a move? Nope. So this is tough. And we'll have to see what's in the back. Just a Body Slam, though. But if they're going to get a Body Slam off, you'd prefer to get that extra energy as opposed to CMP tying here. Gonna instant swap. Maybe they come back in Typhlosion, but it's got like not a lot of health left, so maybe they just go straight to the other Pokemon. It is Obamasnow. So get off the first Icicle Spear. I think I'm gonna get, well, actually I'm already out another move, so oh, nice catch. Nice catch. Being aware of how much energy I have making that catch, which just means I lost this matchup because now they could farm and then come out with like almost a second move here. They do farm. I thought I was out of move. Did not get off, and they're definitely at 2 moves here. So back-to-back Weather Balls are going to take me out here. Okay. So Flygon, great lead. They're going to get out into Furret. We'll do the exact same thing. We'll chip with Icicle Spear and then get into our mirror match here. I find that's just the safest to ensure you're going to keep switch. And we'll see it play out. And I'm trying to think of like what else I need to discuss here. So I've done 4 teams. I haven't done any other. I haven't done a 5th team here yet. This is gonna go up Thursday afternoon. I've got a couple more sets today, Wednesday. So I'm trying to figure out a 5th team. See if there's any Pokemon that I haven't used Flygon. I feel like a lot of people are using Flygon, and that's maybe gonna change the meta. Like people are gonna start trying to like go after that. I've used Cordelia, I've used Gligar, I've used Magcargo, I've used Swampert, I've used Diggersby. I have not used like Quagsire. I've used Furret. I've used Piloswine. I've used the Beware as this. So we're now into like 25, 26, 27 is like Lileep, Farfetch. Like those aren't happening. Those are just kind of fun. And then there's Claydol, Drampa with the Dragon Breath and the normal typing there if I want to do like another normal. But otherwise, I think we are at the point of just redoing teams. I've done Obamasnow. yeah, I think we're at the point of just redoing, reusing Pokemon and just trying to find overall the best team. Now it's one of those really weird things where it's just like I've had so much success with like these last two teams in particular, the all normal team and this team I had a lot of success with. Swampert one I was like I think it was 6-4. It was like mediocre. The Magcar Go I did well as I did well as well. So now it's to figure out where to finalize the go-to team. I need one more team that I think is comfortable to just dominate. I haven't used Quagsire yet. Quagsire is kind of an interesting one because there's a lot of Furrets and a lot of Pokemon that you can just outbulk there. So maybe Quagsire with some safe ones, or maybe even some like glassy ones like Piloswine, or I mean, not Piloswine because then you're double to water. Like a Beware again. I think Beware is kind of like a fun one that has a lot of play. So I play that with these two, and then a third to deal with what? The Mud Boys, like Swampert that outpaces you. Doesn't outpace you. Actually, I think it's just CMPs on the Beware. I don't know. I gotta find my go-to team. Please. Actually, I have not checked. I'll check right now as there's like a couple battles left here. I'll check to see if anybody has submitted some teams yet, because those I'd like to showcase. There's 3 events coming up. There's like a random like Saturday through Monday or Tuesday 3-hour event each day, music concert event, and then there's the community day for Quaxley. So we covered that coverage, and then I think I looked it up when I did the egg. I think I pronounced it properly in the video, but I already forgot how to pronounce it. But it is making its Pokemon Go debut, and I look at it to see like how strong it is. And yeah, spoiler alert, it is got the same stats as Bastiodon, but with a Psycho Cut fast move. So it's a pretty crazy Pokemon right now. But there are a lot of answers to it, so watch that analysis video on Monday. There are a couple battle submissions here. One from Coneboy, who uses Hisuian's O'Rourke, and then one from Justin, who uses Shadow by Barrel. So I can definitely triple normal team by Barrel, Licky Furret, right? Kind of mentioned that this is team. I want feedback to how to improve. Yeah, okay. So I feel like I'll get these two for sure, since they're both in. One kind of interesting one for each of them. And then try and find another team. Friday. Is that it? Because there's Friday afternoon is the concert event one. Saturday is the community day one, and then Monday either morning or afternoon. So I'm gonna need one for Sunday, Monday, one for Friday. So I need 2 plus maybe 1. We'll see. Anyways, so yes, another strong one, 26-34. I'll try and find at least one more team that is very strong. But if you have other teams that are strong and you want to submit them, link in the description. And don't worry about, you can still run with the team probably for multiple days, because you probably won't be showcased till like Sunday or Monday anyway. So if you want to submit today, which is Thursday, you probably won't be showcased until like Sunday, Monday, which means you can still play with it without it being known. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.